Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to Hot Rod Power Tour 2024, Day 5. We are headed out of here from central Columbus all the way out to Indianapolis, Indiana. We've got ourselves a heck of a drive to do, and then we got to turn around and drive right back. I got every ounce of fuel I could out of this thing last night. We didn't get out of the shop from the late night wrenching until like 12:15. I didn't get home until about 1. Yeah, so long night. Not entirely sure what my route's going to be today. We're going to see what the timing looks like. I don't technically really have to do much today. Just get there, drive all the way out there, get to the venue, do my thing, check in, get my long haul credentials pass checked, and get all my swag for my long haul stuff, which realistically all I'm really after is my plaque that says congratulations, you have driven the entirety of Hot Rod Power Tour. I do the long hauls every year, and I do daily videos of this thing so I can take you guys along with me, and that's what you're going to be seeing today. The little black truck that you find me here with is my daddy's 1991 GMC Syclone. We have owned this truck since it was brand new. She was a 28,000 mile and some change truck when we left Columbus on Sunday? Yeah, on Sunday. We're currently at 29,816 miles. So we will roll over 30,000 miles on this little all-original truck on this day, which is kind of exciting. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't be with us on Power Tour this year. His health is not doing real well, but the next best thing I can do is film it and drive his truck so he can share in the experience. So that's what we're doing. I've had a great time on Power Tour so far. It's been a fantastic time as always. Met a lot of great people. Had a lot of great conversations, and that's really what Power Tour is all about. The cars are cool, but the people are really what make it a difference. So I got to fill this thing up, get some 93 octane in this belly, hop on 70 West, and start blasting towards Indianapolis. I know there's going to be a bunch of road construction I'm going to have to deal with, and I can possibly jump over onto 40 and run the old school way to do it. We're just going to look at time and see what it looks like, because I do have to get there, turn around, and get back home, because I plan on sleeping in my bed tonight and doing something with my lady that I haven't seen in a week. So, we'll get some fuel, we'll get on the road. And no, I have not changed the tires. These are still the same 19-year-old dry rotted tires that I've been running the whole Power Tour on. That'll be just fine. Got my America hat the wonderful person gave me. I have my extra America hat just in case. There you go, 16.36 gallons. So 16.3 gallons, 335 miles. I'd say I did pretty all right for that highway blast yesterday. That maths out to, what, almost 21 miles per gallon? For this little black brick running down the highway at slightly aggressive speeds. That's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. All right, let's get out of the guitar and get on the road. All right, I gotta ask a question, and this may be a sensitive subject for some of you. Why is it that there are so many absolute idiots that drive modern Mopars? It's insane. The amount of, I live in the city. Listen, I live in the city, so it is what it is. I deal with so many stupid, terrible, horrible, bad drivers every single day, but the ones that drive like absolute freaking morons are either in Nissan Altimas or Maximas or Mopars, modern Mopars. It's insane. I don't know if you can see that on that video. I'll go back and I'll show you guys. Guys literally switching like 4 lanes to be able to pass people. Just he was doing it behind me, came past me and did it again. Like, it happens all the time. What is it about the modern Mopar thing? Oh God, drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. I'm not that old. Don't let the beard fool you. I'm not that old. Get off my lawn. You know, maybe it's just a northern driver's thing. Okay, yeah. Again. Unreal. Maybe it's just a northern driver's thing. Maybe I'm just spoiled. I've been out of my city for the last week and I just didn't realize just how bad we really are at driving. My Lord. Anyway, 3-hour drive straight west on Indianapolis on I-70. I am behind schedule as usual. That's the YouTuber's life. Because I had to get that other video done and uploaded, so I will be arriving at the venue probably after most people have already vamonosed. But I'll do my best. I don't know who I'm going to see between here and there. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should have enough fuel to be able to get there and most of the way back. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited that this has gone very, very well for me. The little black truck has done perfectly. I have not touched the air conditioning the entire time. That little thing right there has been in off mode the entire trip. So I have been suffering right along with all the rest of you guys. I did kind of feel guilty about the fact that driving something with like floors and doors and a full roof and all that kind of stuff, I felt like maybe it would ruin the trip for me. It's definitely a different experience driving the truck than it is driving my 79 AMX. For those who don't know, who haven't watched it before, the last 3 consecutive power tours I did in my 1979 AMC Spirit AMX, which is a great car, but not real complete. For one of the years, it blew out a sunroof, and I ended up driving it, or actually leaving it outside with no sunroof and just rain and snow getting in the car. And then I ended up taking it to power tour that next year with a hole in the roof still, and that was a tough year. I did almost die that year, but still getting to have a good time in a truck, or a reasonably modern car. It's still a good time. It's still a good time. There's less worry about constant death or heat stroke when you're driving something like this. But I'm still having a great time. Still having an adventure. Still able to share stuff with you guys. Easier to film in because I can just roll up the windows and talk instead of not. But it's still a great time. I'm glad I got to be able to do this. I'm glad I've been able to run into a bunch of people and everybody that comes up and talks to me. It's great to talk with you guys. I love talking with you. It's one of the best parts about YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, versus like TVs and movies, is the people that you see on YouTube. When we go out to these events, like, you can come up and talk to us, and we're just normal people. We don't have, we're just the same idiots you guys are. We have the same passions and the same desires you guys do. We have the same hobby you do. We just happen to put our stupidity and stuff on the internet, and you guys watch it. That's it. Otherwise, we're the same kind of guys you are. So, we don't have bodyguards and stuff, or at least most of us don't. They keep us away from our fans. So, if you ever see me out and about, whether it's on Power Tour or at Jegs or wherever it is, feel free to come up and say hi. Hey, by the way, watch the show. Appreciate it. By the way, you watching it helps to pay for me going on this trip, so thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. something that's kind of funny to talk about, and not by funny, I mean like frustrating, annoyingly funny, is the Ohio State Highway Patrol. They're all over the place today. Don't know why that would be. All over 70. Huh. That's the third speed trap I have been notified for on my GPS so far. And I've only been on this interstate for like 20 minutes. Unfortunately, the state of Ohio takes their automotive law enforcement very seriously. It's also a fantastic generator of revenue. It's very frustrating, especially in Ohio, where, like, listen, it's flat. It's pretty much straight. There's not a lot going on out here. The chances of you catching a bad driver while they're bad drivering are kind of low. Normally speaking, they don't just happen to do that passing you. It's just people trying to go from point A to point B. That's it. And Ohio is literally, like, has always been, at least as far as I know of, one of the absolutely worst states to drive through because of this. Because it's a big state. It's, I don't know, 7 hours across, 6 hours across, something like that. Even longer, depending on if you're going diagonally or straight across. It's a pretty big state. And if you're trying to go anywhere across it, you're gonna see a lot of cops. We have now done greater than 1,000 miles on Power Tour. I have seen more highway patrol just sitting here watching in 20 minutes than I have the entire 1,000 miles through Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. Just saying. If anybody out there is Ohio State Highway Patrol, feel free to chime in and let us know why it is you guys are out here collecting taxes randomly on a sunny Friday mid-afternoon in such great force. Just curious. Passing Springfield, Ohio, which most of you probably don't know anything about if you're not from the area. A couple little things to know about Springfield, Ohio. It's one of the most dangerous cities per capita in the entire country. So hopefully anybody who stayed there got to leave there this morning. Unfortunately, it's one of those cities that as the manufacturing has left the United States, it's really seen a major downturn. A lot of drugs, a lot of prostitution, a lot of weapons issues. It's not a great area, unfortunately. Also, bonus bit of information. If you go back and watch the Hot Rod Power Tour 2021 video, when my friend Carrie and I came back east from Dayton in my AMX, we ended up with a charging issue, aka not charging issue, and had to stop for a battery and some stuff to fix my car in the Walmart parking lot of Springfield. And not to spoil the story for you, but it ends up with police, EMS, and fire behind my car. Oh, hey, look, another state highway patrol. That's now 7. But yeah, police, EMS, and fire all behind my little 1979 Spirit AMX. If you're interested in it, I'll link it up in the thingy, and you can watch it. Your discretion is advised. Holy crap! That dude just did a U-turn across the interstate with a tractor and a mowing deck behind him. Wow! Well done, sir. Well done. Well, folks, welcome to Dayton, Ohio. Good little city on basically the western border of Ohio. One of the best things to know about Dayton is there's still a Hooters here. That might be my dinner for tonight on my way back from Indianapolis. We'll see how that works out. Also, Dayton, home of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, where they hide the aliens from us, is a gigantic Air Force Base here in western Ohio. So, temperatures-wise, we're in the 90-ish degrees or so, I would say. That air conditioning button's starting to look a little exciting. I'm getting a little bit glistening. I don't know if you can tell that, but I haven't given in just yet. We'll see how the day progresses. So far, so good. Haven't run into major construction problems or accidents or any other issues, so making good time across Ohio towards Indianapolis. Reading some stuff on Facebook. Apparently, as soon as you get across the state line into Indiana, apparently the roads are absolutely terrible, which is funny because we both, Indiana and Ohio, love to just do road construction. It's a pastime. So maybe I jump over onto 40. We'll see. I might see what that recalculation adds to my drive. But 40 would be the old way that you used to go east-west before you did the whole interstate thing. Thank you, lady. Head west on Interstate 70. No kidding. I know. GPS, man. I tell you, those ladies are. Oh, another state highway patrol. That's 8. 8. Hey. Ninth Highway Patrol. I have seen vastly more of Highway Patrol than I have seen hot rods on Hot Rod Power Tour Day 5. Unfortunately. I am narrowing in on the Ohio-Indiana line, and there's the town of Richmond is right there, and 40 and 70 kind of intersect there. I think I'm going to jump off the interstate and I'm going to run old US 40 across, at least for a while, because that's kind of more part of the route, through the old school highway type of way. Get off the interstate and run it. I'm making decent time. I'm not real worried about it. One of the tricky things with the last day of Power Tour is a lot of people use it as just kind of a real short day to get there, check in, and shake hands, kiss babies, take your pictures with people that you wanted to do a picture with before you leave, and then get a head start on the way home. So a lot of times the crowd on the final day is a lot smaller. And given I'm going to be doing an out and back today, I think I'm probably not going to be there super long. So I might as well enjoy some of the drive. 70 east and west, I do this all the time. I'm not gonna enjoy it. So I'm gonna kick it off to 40 and do a little bit of highways and byways the old school way. I am finally seeing some power tours. However, most of them are going that direction, not this direction, because they're already on the way home. Whoa, and slow down. We have left Ohio. Oh, good Lord. Alright, well, welcome to Old National Road, US 40 West, which was the way you went east to west through this area before the interstate. Unfortunately, that also means there's stoplights in it. So, this is going to add, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, maybe a little more than that, to the drive, because there are stop signs, there are stoplights that I'm going to have to deal with, and traffic and speeds are not, highway speeds, but that's all right. Part of the adventure. Slow down and smell the roses, or freshly paved tarmac, French fries, whatever it is. One of the things I love most about Power Tour is the fact that it is focused on getting us out and about, off the beaten path, off the interstates, and enjoying the way America was before, and I think the way a lot of us miss America being, the small town America stuff. Way too often now we're very much focused on A to B driving, A to B everything, transactional relationships, transactional everything. I give you this, you give me that, move on. Things used to be a lot different, especially in small town America. Like, same thing with like Route 66. 40 would be the same idea. There are so many little towns that popped up and survived because of the traffic that ran across 66 and ran across 40, that after the interstates happened, they saw a drastic change of life. So, this is I don't want to sound too friggin' old here, because I'm not that old, but it's kind of hearkening back to an older yesteryear of America, when small town life was what it was, and it's not really a thing anymore. There's still some of it, but not much. So, I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox, put down my violin, concentrate on driving. And stopping. Town of Richmond, Indiana. Anybody want an old Z28 Camaro for sale? I don't know if I can zoom in enough to get his information, but it's for sale. Hot rods on parade. You know what's funny? And don't take this in the wrong way, but it's funny how many people don't have any idea what this truck is, that it's even anything interesting, that it's a hot rod at all. The amount of people that I drive past that think this is just a little S10 with a body kit on it and a stupid misspelled word on the side of it is unbelievable. Like, it's in this weird time of like old school hot rodders, the guys that are in the 60s and 70s muscle. A lot of them don't have any idea what this thing is, and a lot of the newer younger kids have no idea what it is, because this truck is nothing they've ever seen before. It's funny. I mean, I could drive this thing for hours and not get a thumbs up, not get a picture taken, not get a honk, not get a thing. It's, versus I drive something, one of my Pontiacs or the AMX or whatever, instantly you could recognize that's a cool vehicle, that's a hot rod. Like, this is faster than all of those things. This is more valuable and more rare than all of those things. But it's just one of those things that just slides below the radar, that nobody really recognizes, unless you know what it is, in which case you're excited to see it. But the vast majority of people I could drive by, they're like, I don't know, it's a little black S10 truck. I don't know. Just an observation. Looks like a bunch of guys had some lunch, pulling out together. Good to see. Or maybe they went to church. I don't know. No idea what was going on there. At least I got myself a little pack that I can travel in once I get on the other side of this Buick, whatever it is, Verano. Beautiful little towns out here. Slow parade. Really not a bad way to spend a week with a bunch of like-minded hot rod idiots. It really is not a bad way to spend a week. Most of you are probably not going to get this reference, but again, from Power Tour before with the AMX, we were headed out this direction and headed into rain in a car that doesn't have functional windshield wipers, windows don't really roll up, and a big ass hole in the roof. That ended up being a very interesting moment in Hot Rod Power Tour life. Harry was with me that year. It was a good trip. town. It's a neat little spot. It's all 57 Chevy products in that building. Don't believe any of them are for sale, as far as I know. It's just kind of almost an art installation. The things you find on the highways and byways in small town America. Coming up on the little town of Greenfield, Indiana, which is aptly named. The green in the middle of the fields. Got a hankering for some ice cream. I don't know if there's an ice cream joint in Greenfield. Hoping there is one like right on the main drag. If there is, I'm stopping to buy some ice cream. But we're getting close to Indianapolis. From what I know, the trip in Indianapolis is a bit of a pain in the neck because you've got to go around Indianapolis again to try to get to the venue that we're at, which is Lucas Motorsports Park. So got to figure that part out. Not entirely sure how I want to get there yet, but I'm just about done with the US 40 section of this. I'm glad I did this. It's a lot more attractive than just blasting through fields on I-70, which I've done a million times. This is at least there's stuff to see, and apparently I caught on camera. I was just looking at the comments just a moment ago on the day 4 video, and apparently somebody saw me while they were watching the video from day 4, and I believe I caught the honk on this video. Hopefully I did. So it's a cool experience, though, to be honest with you, being able to share this stuff with you guys. It's very, very flattering that you watch the content that I'm making. It's not just me out here talking into a phone by myself. Pizza shop, saloon, nope. I want an old school ice cream place. Come on, small town America, you can do this. But it is very flattering, and I'm glad people recognize me. I'm glad people like the little black truck. I do wish my dad could be here for this. Unfortunately, he's in a bad way in the health side of things, so he's unable to be sitting in this passenger seat with me. But at least I can share the adventure this way with him, and he can watch the little black truck that he's owned its entire life going on and giving some smiles to some people. And I can't tell you how many people I've talked to this week that have said, dude, I've literally never seen one of those in person, or I can't believe you brought that on Power Tour. It's very flattering that you guys are very interested in it, and that enough people like it, and that they know what it is. Had a lot of questions about it. Was that LS powered, or was that V8 powered, TPI? Nope. It's a 4.3 turbo V6 with an all-wheel drive system out of a minivan, and a transmission basically out of a Corvette with a shift kit in it. It's a GM parts bin thing. There's not a lot of great major science that went into it. It's just kind of a amazing amalgamation of parts that GM basically already had. So, with obviously a couple exceptions on the whole turbo and air to water Garrett intercooler setup, but it's been great. I've had a great time with you guys, and I'm glad that so many people have paid attention, that you guys are watching these videos and enjoying them. So, thank you very much. Welcome to Greenfield, by the way. I think I just found an ice cream shop. We're stopping. I need ice cream. I think I found an ice cream shop. I think I did. Called Sugar Rush. Is that what I'm looking at here? Cakes, cupcakes, candies. Oh. That's a cupcake store. That's a chocolate store. Man, you guys are into your sweets around here. I like it. How about no, I want ice cream. It's too hot for a cookie. No, it's not too hot for a cookie. What am I saying? What am I saying? Let's get a cookie. Oh, and it's air conditioned. Oh, okay. How cool is that? It's old bank vault. Got myself a little tasty treat for the road and the water. Snickerdoodle cupcake, water, fork, paper towels, because I know I'm going to make a mess. Fantastic. And if there's an ice cream place, I'm still getting ice cream. Not giving up on ice cream. Listen, you don't get a figure like this without being invested in it. You got to work for this. All right. Back on the road. Keep your eyes out for a ice cream spot. Come on, there's got to be an ice cream spot. There's some kind of little fair going on here. That's fun. This is kind of one of the best parts about Power Tour that a lot of people just don't quite get until they go on it and slow down and look around, is the touring through small town America, and I've touched on this before, is kind of hearkening you back to the way things used to be and the way life used to be a little bit slower. Unfortunately, now that we all have these stupid little devices all over the place and we're constantly on the go, 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 we can never zone out, we can never disconnect. You know, it's hard to remember that. Those of you who live in small towns, maybe it's still that way. I haven't lived in a small town in 20 years, but I actually grew up in small town rural America, so that was a portion of a lot of my childhood. So I remember it. And being able to stop real quick on the side of the road and being able to pick up a little piece of thing, and not only your only options were fast food this, fast food that. You had a little family-owned eatery that's been there forever, and it's it's prepared by people that you know, and it's just kind of a thing. Not to mention, let's talk about how much revenue that you can add to a small town community by just giving people a chance to stop and get some snacks or some fuel or whatever. Most of these towns that we're going to be rolling through only have a couple thousand people that live there all year long. So when you get a chance to be able to stop and buy a thing or spend some of your hard-earned dollars in these little small towns, it can end up being the biggest fresh donuts and hot coffee. Dang it! I don't want that on ice cream. It can end up being the biggest sales day they have all year long, or it could be forever. Who knows? It's a neat part. It's kind of an off the normal what you would think of with Power Tour, but it is undoubtedly a major boost to a lot of these little small communities. That's something you probably don't think about when you're doing the Power Tour. Well, I think I'm going to strike out on the ice cream. That's sad. Ice cream would go really good right now. Well, I got one more town left, and then we're basically in Indianapolis. So I'm on my way to Cumberland. We've got 7 miles, and we'll be in Cumberland. We'll see if I can find an ice cream spot there. My first sip of water for the day. I pour it all over myself. Still haven't touched that air conditioning yet. I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna make it. Well, apparently this is the nightmare ahead of me, going through downtown Indianapolis. Lots of red there to get to the other side of the city. So that's what's ahead. Time to jump on I-70 West. Or, what if I do it this way? Yeah. Let's do it this way. We'll just stay on 40 and avoid that stupid stuff over on 70. That's what we're going to do. Nope. Not doing that. Doing this. Doing this. Leave me alone. I'm going over here. That's what we're doing. Yep. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Also, if I stay on 40, there's an opportunity for me to find ice cream still. So 2 birds with 1 stone. Good decision, Austin. Couple power tours hanging out over there. Went to the Subway to eat fresh. Hey boys, good to see you. Yes, young man, I am filming you. Come on, ice cream shop. Come on, ice cream shop. Head on a swivel. There's gotta be an ice cream shop. Well, we're definitely getting into more Indianapolis now. No more small town. I will get some ice cream before this day is over. It will happen. Stop me if you've heard this one before. A Syclone, a hot rod, and a Bentley pull up to a light. And the Syclone wins. That's a nice looking ride though. 465 south is closed south of here. So you can't run the outer loop on the south side. Oh, that's a nightmare. Good job, Indianapolis. I gotta say, Indy, I am truly impressed with the level of commitment you have to screwing up your interstates. Like, non-stop. Whenever you fix one, it's definitely time to screw up something else. I am thoroughly impressed with your commitment to it. Columbus does a pretty good job, but I think you guys have got it. We have a thing or two to learn from you guys. Jesus. I'm just going to take 40 all the way across this freaking city. Why not? Ice cream shop! I told you I was going to find an ice cream shop. A little Dairy Queen in a very sketchy area of town. Perfect. I will have an ultimate cookie blizzard. Fantastic. Yes, may I have a small ultimate cookie blizzard, please? A water? That's it. Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes. Mission accomplished. Before you ask, Austin, why did you say this is a Dairy Queen in a sketchy area? reason. I'm sure it's a charming community. At least they have ice cream. Air conditioning is good. Ice cream is better. Heath, Oreo, and chocolate chip cookie dough. All in the same blizzard. Listen, we don't do sponsorships. But if we were to do sponsorships, I think Dairy Queen would be an excellent sponsor. Oh, it's just perfect. On a 90-something degree day, that is just one spoonful of childhood after another. However, these quarter-inch deep cup holders with big 2000 era glasses is not particularly great. I've spilled that water a number of times already. This is a disaster. 40 West, trying to come across the city. What did I get myself into? That button's looking more and more tempting. Willpower, Austin, you can do it. I will say, the stop for ice cream when I did, super clutch. Super clutch. Also, yes, that policeman is definitely still behind me. I'm free. Tell you the person you really don't want behind you in sudden stop and go traffic in a very urban environment is that
Head
guy
west
with
on
the,
East Washington Street toward North Oriental
already
Street.
pre-crashed in front bumper.
In half a mile, use the left onto the I-65 South, I-70 West ramp toward St.
This
Louis.
is great. This is great. That bumper cover on this truck is worth as much as that car is. It's one of the definitely scariest parts about this truck is there's certain parts of it that are not a big deal, but there are things on this thing that are absolutely impossible to replace. And the body claddings on this thing, gonna be an ulcer looking at what these things cost. Actual real ones. Even the repops are stupid expensive. Alright, so I'm gonna try to jump on the interstate down here. We'll do a little ziggy-zaggy and get on out to the track. I'm gonna reach there way after when I should have. I cannot imagine. I don't know how did you guys do this today? What was the way that you guys did this? Shut up, lady, I'm talking. How did you guys do this? Clearly you didn't do what I did. Otherwise nobody would have gotten there all day. But dude, that was a Corvair. It didn't have hot rod stickers on it.
Lane to turn left onto the I-65
Lady,
South,
quit
I-70
talking.
West ramp to
I
St.
haven't
Louis.
moved. By the way, ice cream, clutch. Fantastic. Also, all gone. But I only got a small, so it's like diet ice cream when you only get it in a small. Just don't keep telling myself that. And my water's nice and cold. Oh, Indianapolis. I enjoy this city. I usually do. Today, I am not. Ugh. All right, let's get on the interstate. Here we go. Yay, interstate. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus. Yep, you're fine. Oh, what a drive. This was not what I thought was going to be the terrible part. I did not realize how much Indianapolis had really, completely, totally screwed up their traffic. I apologize, Cincinnati. Indianapolis has done it way worse than you. God. You know the thing that really puts a pit in my stomach? Is I've got to turn around and drive right back through this after I'm done. And it's going to be rush hour by the time I leave. God. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's always an adventure. Always an adventure. All right, 465 north is where I'm headed. And we are 29,995 miles. Still half tank gas, cooling's good, fuel's good, oil's good, charging's good. That guy behind the wheel hasn't had a heart attack yet or a heat stroke. Good. 465 north. Pardon me, excuse me, coming over. 465 north. Alright, let's get this last little leg done and get onto the property. Get to the dang car show already. Get this long haul done. We're gonna have to pay attention to this. I'm not gonna miss it. Look at the traffic there. Man, getting out of here is gonna be a nightmare. I can already feel it. And I'm on the wrong side of the city. Here we go, folks, 30,000 miles. That is the last time it will ever roll that digit. It will never roll over to 40,000. I can promise you that. I never really honestly imagined it would probably roll to 30,000, so. Good little truck. Very proud of this little thing. Dad, I wish you were here. I wish you'd be out here on this adventure with me. I hope you're able to watch and enjoy and at least be here in spirit with me. I know you are. Woo, shade. That's kind of nice. My digital devices are also overheating, not just me. Let's see what we got here. Well, folks, we made it. Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. We are on the property. I would say I am very proud of myself and of this little black truck for everything it did along the way. I'm very, very proud of it. We had not a single complication or issue or failure or problem the whole time, the whole way. But we did it all. And I'm very proud. There is a bit of a brotherhood of people that do Power Tour that have done it over and over again. If this is your first year, welcome to the brotherhood. Let me formally welcome you. It's hard to understand it until you do it, just what it's all about. But hopefully you kind of get it now if you've done it with me. If you haven't done it yet and you're thinking about maybe doing it next year, well, you've got about a year to get ready. Not sure what the route will be next year, where we're going, what we're going to be doing, but we'll be out here with thousands of our rowdy friends doing what it is we do over and over again. There's all them YouTube crazy boys. Whew, man, I tell you, I was not expecting today to be hard at all. I thought this was going to be a quick little easy in and out, but supplies, supplies, supplies. Hey guys, congratulations.
See the difference in the front bumper?
Just for reference, for those who are interested, it is 4:20. Hey man,
Hey, there you are.
I made it.
I seen you first day, last day.
Yeah,
Oh, I seen you yesterday for a minute.
yeah,
Came up and like rubbed on you.
yeah.
So,
I did not expect today to be hard.
I know it was a pain in the butt.
Today was terrible,
It was.
and I still got to turn around and go right back through it.
I know. I just gotta go south.
Yeah, I would rather go to your house.
Southbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
Ugh. This thing is crazy. Anything and everything you can imagine in the way of vehicles, four-wheeled vehicles, comes out here for this.
A slow network is no network for business. That's why more choose Comcast.
One more?
There you go. How about a small block stroker and a Z3 BMW Roadster?
Instead of having to like
What's going on, buddy? Made it.
made it.
That was a hell of a drive.
How many power tours is this?
I wasn't expecting that to be rough.
Well, that should have been the best drive for you, wouldn't it?
That was not the best drive at all. And I got to turn around and go back through that. That's
The garage.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Let me just say, massive thank you to everybody who makes this show possible, to all the vendors and all the behind the scenes people that do all of the hard work and all of the logistics to be able to make this thing happen. I appreciate you. I know we bitch and moan and scream and complain and throw our hands up in the air, talk about lines and heat and this, that, and the other thing, but getting a rolling circus together and organizing, or at least semi-organizing 6,000 cars, and God only knows how many daily entrants, I don't know. It's a chore, and I appreciate it. I had a great time with you guys again this year. I just want to say thank you before I forget, or before my battery overheats. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all the vendors that came out and support us, keep this hobby going. If it wasn't for you guys providing us parts, all of us would have money and wouldn't have cool cars. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Thank you guys for supporting Power Tour. I'm looking forward to do this again with you again next year. All right, I got to get my credentials checked, and I got to get my long haul thing done. And then let's wander around and see who we can see, shall we? What is this, a Tremec?
Yeah, TKX.
TKX.
Yeah.
Very nice. That is a bad, bad Lincoln right there, boy. Very nice. All right, we got our day 5 stamps done.
Sir, can I take your card? Please, thank you. Get there.
Toby, did you see that van over there?
Get there. Here you go, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, there we go, folks. Yet another Power Tour long haul done, completed, finished. Whew! Tell you what, long haul gang indeed. It is an experience. If you haven't done one before, think about doing one next year. You got to make sure you get on top of it, though. This is getting pretty popular. This year, the Platinum package, which includes your hotels and all of that stuff, you get a whole itinerary and things. Plus, you get air conditioning and food and stuff. That sold out, I think, in like a day, maybe 2. Gold sold out super, super quick as well. Long haul ended up selling out pretty reasonably quick. Multi-day even sold out. So it's becoming a bigger and bigger thing. And I think you're going to see a lot more of this as people really understand that this is a fun way to kind of go out and enjoy the adventure and make friends. You know, there's thousands of people out here that have the exact same passion that you have, and you're easy able to meet them. Just walk up and say hi. Doesn't matter if they're a YouTuber, if they're just a random person that happens to have a car you like. Just walk up and talk to them. Make friends. Give them your Facebook information. Trade phone numbers. You're going to end up with friends that you never knew you needed to have when you come to Power Tour, because that's one of the things that people are out here for. It's the brotherhood, it's the community, it's all that stuff. And I'm not going to get sappy about it, but I'm just telling you, that's what this is about. So get yourself out to a Hot Rod Power Tour if you're interested. If you're watching this video, you're probably interested. By the way, thanks for making it this far. This is daily coverage of the Hot Rod Power Tour. I do it every single year. But for the most part, when I'm not doing Hot Rod Power Tour stuff on the channel, we are a small automotive shop in Central Ohio. We work on a lot of cool stuff. Hot rods, classic cars, race cars, dailies, diesels, Jeeps, you name it, we do it. We're obviously a little bit more well-known for the cool car stuff, but we do the normal car stuff too. So that's what you're going to typically see on this channel. It's not going to be me going out on adventures. If you are interested in that kind of thing and you want to see something with specifically just me and my stuff, specifically this truck, it's the projects that I work on myself. There is a side channel for that. It's Automotive Adventures with Austin. You're welcome to jump over there. That's going to be more of the project side of things with my stuff specifically. The Syclone's got some stuff on there, and then I've got some AMC stuff and Pontiac stuff and all kinds of things. So this channel that you're on is going to be, typically speaking, mostly customer stuff, other than like Power Tour and trips and stuff that I take for work. But if you're interested in the other side of things, Automotive Adventures for Austin is where you find it. So anyway, thanks for making it this far. I appreciate you. I don't know what we're going to get on camera from here in. I'm going to do everything I possibly can, and we'll just kind of shoot from the hip from there, right? That's how this works. And I do have to figure out how to get home. I am also going to say I'm a little surprised with how many people are still here. Normally, the last day, people are kind of in and out and on the way home, and it is like almost 5 o'clock, and everybody is still here, or at least most everybody is still here, which is kind of impressive. I'm excited about that. Gives us a chance to talk to some folks. I'm excited, dude. Look at this. Got my new plaque. I did it. I made it. Look at that. It's even black like the truck.
It is.
Ain't that nice?
It's nice. It matches.
Exactly. I got it special. Well, now that I have officially made it, got my successful Power Tour long haul completed, I think I can hit. Well, as usual, YouTubers just kind of hanging out after the show's over. Last ones to arrive, last ones to leave. That's kind of our thing. I am going to enjoy my celebratory cupcake and start figuring out my route home. And I have a feeling there's going to probably be some Hooters in my future for dinner, because I like Hooters and I like that restaurant too. So
Guys, I'm going to call it quits here. I'm sorry I don't have any more interesting content to shoot here. I've just kind of been burnt out. It's been a long week. There's a lot that goes into this, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you guys follow along, and we'll do this again next year, shall we? Hope to see you out there on Hot Rod Power Tour 2025. Don't know where it is, what's going on, what the plan is, but if I were a betting man, I would guess we're going to probably start here in Indy and head probably northwest, maybe. That would be my bet. Probably not go into the south. Also, I guess here in the next couple days, maybe we're going to hear about the Power Tour West Coast dates and locations coming up. I heard from a birdie that we should hear in the next week or so about that. So, should be pretty cool. Anyways, guys, have a great one. I love you all. Take care.
Oh my God, that's good.
Absolutely. That is a good celebratory cupcake. Fantastic. Good call. As I was saying before Kevin called and so rudely interrupted me, now that I have actually officially completed Hot Rod Power Tour long haul, I'm going to flip the button and enjoy my air conditioning for the very first time in the entire trip. Functional air conditioning. Oh, that's so good. This drive back is going to be considerably less difficult. See you guys next year. I've been passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. There is no more appropriate song coming home from Hot Rod Power Tour. I love it.